In this session we are going to provisioning the VPWS services on Nokia 7750SR. So you can see here the topology. We have PE. I mean, you can say DC1 is a PE for the L2VPN, which is head office 1 and branch office 2. Okay, so what you're going to do, we are going to configure the EPIPE services. The EPIPE services as a L2VPN, you can say. In if you're comparing to the other vendor like Cisco and Juniper and other Huawei, so they called L2VPN, simple as a L2VPN. But if you're talking about the Nokia, so Nokia called the EPIPE services, Ethernet pipe. Okay, so basically they are also calling it VPWS, virtual private wire services, but the Nokia is calling it EPIPE services. Okay, so here you can see we have the DC1 and DC2. These two devices are the provider for L2VPN from the head office and from the branch office. Okay, so here is some you can see the prerequisite list. It's you can say, so agenda we have checking IGP, means reachability between this DC1 to DC2, and means you can say if the IGP should be reachable between the provider. I mean, you can say this is the MPLS. Okay, and I will configure the MPLS under interfaces towards P to P and vice versa. Means I will configure this interface 111 towards the inside the P, means P and P2, P1 and P2, and similarly vice versa from DC2 towards the P2. Okay, so that we can reachable from DC1 to DC2, right? So what we will do, we will configure the MPLS interfaces inside the MPLS, and we will configure customer services on P, on both PE, DC1, DC2, and we will also configure LDP, so that transport tunnel will be established between DC1 to DC2, and we have to define SDP for head office and branch office, and after that we will finally configure the EPIPE, and we have to map all the SAP and SDP. Okay, so yeah, after that we will verify the reachability from head office to branch office, and also we will verify the OEM services, operation, administration and management, right? So let's begin. Here you can see the summary is EPIPE between head office to BO, means HO1 and BO2. HO1 and BO2 are the same VLAN, that is VLAN 10. Okay, IP subnet between customer is 172.16.12.0/24. Okay, so I'm using this subnet only from both sides. Don't okay, it's mentioned 196.60. No, don't consider it. We'll using the both same subnet 172. Let me change it. 172.16. okay, sorry, I think it's, I locked it. Okay, duplicate, right? So we are using the same subnets and head over office and branch office. We'll see later on, we'll see the different subnetted on VPLS or VPIPE, EPIPE as well. Okay, but this session is only for with the the same subnet. You are going to establish the L2VPN via this MPLS. Okay, for customer, I mean for head office and branch office, right? So the next is yeah, SAP on DC1 on the port in 113, like here this is 113. Okay, and from DC2 it's 112, right? And port on customer is Ethernet 1, sub interest because we are going to use VLAN .1q. So here is 1/0 fast Ethernet 1/0, and the same BO2 it's we have a fast Ethernet 1/0, right? So after that we'll verify the ping. Okay, so let's begin. This is my DC1. So router interface. Okay, this is DC2. So router interface. Okay, all interfaces are showing up. Let me check OSPF reachability. So router, OSPF neighbor. Okay, we have neighbor. So router, OSPF neighbor. Yes. Okay, so what you're going to do? OSPF's done. So I'm going to configure MPLS. Configure router MPLS interface towards P1, right? Info. Okay, back. Done. The same thing I'm going to do here. Configure router MPLS interface to P2. Fine. Info. Back. MPLS I think is shut down. Yeah, by default it is shut down. I made it no shut. Okay, here as well. Info. Yeah, shut down. No shut. Perfect. Configure router. We have to define customer. Configure router. No, we have to define under service. Configure service customer. What will define customer? We can use 10. Okay, create. Fine. By default customer would be there, I think. Let me check. Yeah, customer 1 is as a default customer, but we have created customer 10. Okay, now we have to configure LDP. Configure router LDP interface parameter interface to. Fine. Info. Back, we have to define some TCP transport. No. Back TCP. Okay, then you have peer transport. Peer transfer would be the system IP address of the DC2. Okay, so 2.2.2.2. Okay, info. Back info, right? Okay, back info. Perfect. Okay, the same thing I'm going to do here. Back configure service customer, then create. Back configure service, no, configure a router, configure a router LDP interface parameter interface to. Back TCP. Peer transport would be the system IP address of the DC1. 1.1.1.1. Perfect. Info. No. Back info. Yeah, perfect. Let me save the configuration. So we have configured, let me check session. Okay, the LDP session, we have to verify the session. So router LDP session established. Okay, so router LDP session. Okay, fine, perfect. So done. Now we have to define SDP. Configure service SDP. I'm going to keep 1 to MPLS create. Perfect. Info no. Okay, we made no shutdown. Okay, far end I have to define. Far end will be the system IP address of the DC2 2.2.2, and also we have to define LDP under this SDP, right? So info here, admin save, similar here, configure router SDP12 MPLS create. Sorry, it's not router. Configure service SDP12 MPLS create. Far end, here we have to define system IP address of the DC1 LDP. Perfect. No shutdown. Admin save. So before going to configure the EPIPE, I need to check whether the SDP is up or not. Okay, so service SDP. Okay, configure service SDP12 info. It's shut down, so I need to no shutdown. Now so service SDP. Perfect. So service SDP. All right, done, all done. So what we have to define now, I have to configure the EPIPE. Okay, configure service EPIPE 12 customer 10 create. Now we have to define SAP and what do you call spoke SDP. So I'm going to define a spoke SDP. I'm going to put 1 to 1 to 1. Means 12 1 to 1 to 1. Okay, create. Info back SAP. SAP would be the SAP. What was the interface? (113) and 112. Okay, so SAP 113 VLAN 10, right? Create. Info back info no shutdown info. All are okay. Spoke SDP SAP, all are done. We have to define description head office to view 1 view 2 info. Perfect, so that you can understand where the connectivity is going. So remember it, every time you have to define description, or you can put some contact details and all. You have defined also here, like what endpoint service EPIPE 12 description or you can define like description, contact, or whatever it is. We have to define the identification or circuit ID so that we can understand this connectivity is going to from where to where, right? So service using, okay, EPIPE is administrator is up, but the operation is down because I didn't configure on the other side, I think. Okay, so SAP, why it is showing down? Because this router is still down. I need to make up it. I need to start this device, so let's see. No problem, let me configure here. Configure service EPIPE 12 customer 10 create. Okay, spoke SDP 12 12121. Okay, create. Back SAP 1/1+2 colon 10 create. Info back description view 2 head 1, right? Info no shutdown, perfect. So info all are okay. So service using, okay, now operation is also up, and here you can see, right, operation is also up, perfect. All right, so all done here. So let me go ahead of it. So IP interface brief, we have fast Ethernet 1/0 10 sub interface only one interface. So IP interface brief we have. So I created the SAP on both DC1 and DC2, and the EPIPE is up. Okay, so let me configure the IP address of the IP address on the head office and branch office. Configure terminal interface sub interface IP address 172.12, I think 16.12. okay, 16.12. This is head office 1, so 1. Configure IP routing in LAN is only allowed if the server is already in a part. Okay, so encapsulation.1 Q10. Now perfect, right? So IP interface brief, configure terminal interface no shutdown. Okay, I need to go inside, then it will work with no shutdown. Exit interface no shutdown, perfect. Write the configuration. Similarly here I have to go configure terminal interface encapsulation.1 Q link 10 IP address 172.16.12.2 255.25.25.10 no shut. Exit interface no shut, perfect. So IP interface brief all okay. Write the configuration. So IP route, perfect. I believe I am able to communicate ping .1. Yes. So here, IP interface brief ping .2. Perfect. Okay, and let me ping here. So service SDP. Okay, OM ping. Okay, SDP ping 12. Size I have to define. Size, let me 1400. Count 5. Success. Okay, ignore some ms. Okay, so same command I need to go to ping, run from here. Oh, sorry, count 5. All right, all are okay.